South Africans' reactions to Pravin Gordhan's death, which was announced early this morning, have been starkly split, reflecting a complicated legacy that has fragmented public opinion. In addition to expressing his profound sorrow at Gordhan's departure, ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula commended him for his dedication to justice and democracy. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so as to get all our updates. The public's reaction hasn't been entirely supportive, however. Reactions on social media show a very divergent opinion. Critics have voiced their complaints on a number of venues, concentrating on Gordhan's time spent working for state-owned companies, SOEs. Justice is done. One commentator expressed the general dissatisfaction with Gordhan's involvement in the administration of these organizations, saying, "We lost our jobs at SOEs because of this man." Some weren't as circumspect, posting things like, "Hell has gained a new member," and "I hope he has a special place in hell." More critical comments on his legacy were also made. One comment said, "I hope he doesn't privatize hell also." Pravin Gordhan gained a number of detractors for his public sector reform strategies and his alleged involvement in the SOE's privatization and reorganization. His actions, according to his detractors, led to economic hardship and job losses, which fueled their feeling of vindication upon his death. The divisive responses underscore the controversial character of Gordhan's legacy as the country comes to terms with his death. While some see him as a steadfast opponent of corruption and a pivotal role in thwarting state control, others saw his term as tainted by mistakes that made socioeconomic problems worse. In the next weeks and months, there will undoubtedly be a lot of discussion about his influence on South African politics and public life due to the ongoing argument about his perceived shortcomings versus his accomplishments. Once more, in the next weeks and months, there will undoubtedly be a lot of discussion about his influence on South African politics and public life due to the ongoing argument about his perceived shortcomings versus his accomplishments. A notable change in politics concerns with the MK Party's leadership and organizational structure are the reason given by Umkhonto weSizwe, MK, party members in Gauteng for their defection to the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF. These supporters assert that former President Jacob Zuma is managing the MK Party as a side project and contend that it is just an ANC franchise. Zuma, the chairman of the MK Party, has been accused by disgruntled former members of running the organization from his house without a proper headquarters, elected officials, a constitution, or clear principles. With logical reason, Jacob Zuma is managing MK Party from inside his pocket. A former member expressed dissatisfaction with the party's lack of openness and organization. Many former MK Party members believe that their early aspirations for a new political platform were crushed by what they regard as the party's strong connection with the ANC, and this has led to a rising desertion to the EFF, which seems to be a reaction to these concerns. They contend that the MK Party is an extension of the ANC agenda, not an autonomous entity, and functions under Zuma's authority. The MK Party lacks a constitution, elected officials, policies, and headquarters. Another former member said, "It's evident to us now that Jacob Zuma is a political induna who is leading MK Party in his home." The term political induna describes a traditional headman's assertion that Zuma is running the party autocratically, without consulting the party's purported members. There have been rumors that the MK Party is starting to collapse as a result of this flood of defections. Members of the party, which was founded with the intention of competing with the ANC, are fleeing, leaving it with a crisis of identity. Those quitting claim they are joining the EFF because they do not want to participate in what they perceive to be an attempt to keep the ANC alive. As a generation, we must struggle for economic freedom, according to Ndlovu Thomas, a former member of the MK Party who joined the EFF. Without us, those who cherish the ANC, like Jacob Zuma, must preserve it. Still, Zuma maintains that he founded the MK Party to save the ANC from what he perceives to be its present course. He has said time and time again that realigning the ANC with its founding principles and purpose is the party's objective. However, many people who first joined the MK Party in the hope that it would be a powerful, independent alternative to the ANC have lost interest in the party despite this reasoning. In embracing these new recruits, juliusmalema's EFF has made a point of presenting itself as a radical alternative dedicated to the battle for economic liberation.